Let's talk about anime. Anime is really fucking stupid. I don't like any of it. All anime YouTubers are bad, objectively, except for Glass Reflection. He recommended me a really good show, and I love him and will smooch him on the mouth for that. But everyone else is garbage, and you shouldn't watch them. In fact, you shouldn't watch anime because anime is for degenerates. Anime has very objectionable content within it, and I just can't believe that anybody would watch anime and come out of it thinking that they can still go to church and say, "Thank you, Jesus," and give Jesus a smooch. It just, it's very strange to me. I can't imagine how anyone would go through that thought process because anime is for queers. I don't know what to say if you like anime, except for the fact that you shouldn't, and that you should die in a video game like Minecraft, which I love. Minecraft is my favorite game. I spent the other day building a really cool world in Minecraft. It was really cool. It was a big golden tower built with diamonds. I used the Portal 2 texture pack. I like GLaDOS. You know, Portal 2 is a really good game. I don't know why more people don't talk about how much of a masterpiece Portal 2 is. Especially, I loved going on DeviantArt to look up fan art of Chell and GLaDOS fucking. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, there's not much better than that. To be honest, and speaking honestly, because I'm an honest guy. I tell the truth. I love lesbians. Lesbians are objectively the superior race. If you compare it, you take it all the bad qualities. What is it? Being stubborn, being stupid, being a meathead, being a bully. All of those traits are exclusively masculine. They're exclusively men. Only men do them. So if we delete all men and we only have women, then the world is just inherently better for men too, because men like looking at women, women like looking at women, and Mother's Basement likes looking at women. So you look at it that way, and it just is a win-win for everyone if everyone just becomes a lesbian. There's no losers. And of course, you're wondering, well, what if the human race goes extinct because we can't reproduce? Well, that's not really an issue because the human race is going extinct either way because the sun's going to explode. So, it doesn't really matter how fast we go extinct. We can just move it along. It'll be better and more fun that way if we're all gay. So speaking of Western animation, yesterday I watched an episode of Rugrats, all grown up, and it taught me a very important life lesson, and that is don't watch shitty spin-offs, and instead go outside and mow your lawn. I mow my lawn pretty regularly because I don't want my neighbors to think I'm irresponsible, but sometimes I forget and my lawn gets too tall. And it's really not very fun when you have to mow really tall lawns because the mower like gets stuck on the grass and you have to the mower like stops and you have to restart it. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest. I don't really like it. So when I was doing mowing the lawn, it was making me think of Arnold's football head from Hey Arnold, famous show. I don't know if you've heard of it. His hair kind of looks like grass. So I was thinking about mowing Arnold's head, and I was thinking about what he would look like if he was bald. And I was thinking, he would be pretty attractive if he was bald, to be honest. I can see why Helga likes him so much. I would sleep with him on multiple occasions. I don't know if I would marry him though. He seems more like in the fuck Mary kill. He's more the fuck, you know, not really someone you would marry. I don't know. If we're talking about someone we would marry, I would probably go. Uh, that's a hard question, but I think it would probably go for Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, Mr. Krabs is extremely attractive. That's obvious to everyone. I mean, just look at those phallic eyeballs, and how could you not see the symbolism to his great masculinity and attractiveness? Just imagine if he was a lesbian, right? So, if I'm marrying Mr. Krabs, well, first off, I'm marrying into a good, good home. He's very wealthy. He's very greedy, but he's willing to share with the one he loves, the one he's devoted to. And so yeah, and then I also get to have lots of crab children. Um, and that's cool because I like crabs. They're quite tasty. If you didn't know, I'm from Baltimore, and crabs are like the number one food in Baltimore. Uh, I don't eat them all that often because, to be honest, they're kind of expensive, and they're also kind of a hassle. Like you have to like dig into it. It's a pain in the ass. To be honest, not very fun. And like if you cut your finger, then you get like the salty crab stuff on your finger, and it kind of hurts and it's unpleasant. And you have to like cry for a few minutes before you can go back to eating your crab. So I don't like that. That's why I much prefer going to uh, Hooters for food. I went there the other day and I got really spicy wings, but they like weren't spicy, and it made me want to burn the house down to show them what hot really means. It made me quite angry. I wasn't at all happy with the service, and the women's breasts were not large enough for me. Yeah, I didn't care for it. Also, when I went to Hooters, I happened to be in Florida, and Florida is made of cheese, just like the moon, which I also went to the other day when I was going on a vacation. And while I was up on the moon, there was this friend of mine named George. George actually comes from the jungle, and he's a very curious character. He's actually a monkey, in case you didn't know. Yeah, he just happened to be going into space, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, my nigga George? How's it going?" And he was like, "Monkey sounds." He's like, "Eek eek ook," and he had a banana with him. So, I stole his banana, and then I also stole his ship and left him on the moon with no oxygen. So that was the end of my friendship with Curious George. I came back and I wrote four more books in the series, became a millionaire, um, uh, and that's why you should watch anime. Thank you.